I found myself alone in the dimly lit living room, the only source of illumination coming from the flickering light of the television. It was well past midnight, and I had been indulging in a late-night binge-watching session, hoping to unwind after a long and exhausting day. Little did I know that the comfort of my favorite shows would soon be replaced by a nightmarish ordeal, unlike anything I had ever experienced before. As I sat on the couch, the sound of the television reverberated through the empty house. The silence of the night added an eerie quality to the atmosphere, but I paid it no mind, engrossed in the world unfolding on the screen before me. However, as the clock ticked closer to 2 a.m., strange things began to occur. It started with a subtle flicker on the television screen, almost imperceptible at first. I dismissed it as a technical glitch, blaming it on fatigue. But soon the flickering intensified, growing more erratic and unsettling. The once vivid images turned distorted and distorted, like a gateway to a sinister realm. Unease crept up my spine, but curiosity urged me to stay put, my eyes fixated on the unfolding horror show on the screen. That's when I noticed something peculiar. The characters in the show began to act differently, their expressions contorted with terror. The lines they spoke were distorted, as if being whispered by unseen forces. A shiver ran down my spine, and I reached for the remote, intending to change the channel and escape this unnerving spectacle. But to my dismay, the remote refused to respond. Panic started to set in as I realized I was trapped in this nightmarish display, a helpless witness to an unfolding nightmare. The room grew colder, the air heavy with an oppressive presence. Shadows danced on the walls, their twisted forms mocking my futile attempts to escape. A whispered voice echoed through the room, barely audible yet suffused with malevolence. I strained to understand the words, my heart pounding in my chest. Suddenly, the television screen went blank, plunging the room into darkness. I squinted into the void, my pulse racing. Then, as if on cue, the screen flickered back to life, revealing a scene I would never forget. The show on the television had vanished, replaced by a live feed from within my own house. I gasped in horror as I saw myself sitting on the couch watching the television in that very moment. The image was delayed by a few seconds, creating an eerie sense of déjà vu. The realization hit me like a freight train. I was trapped in a loop, forever reliving this haunting night. With trembling hands, I tried to call for help, but my voice was swallowed by the suffocating silence. I pounded on the walls, desperate to break free from this twisted reality, but my efforts were futile. Each blow echoed back, a cruel reminder of my entrapment. Time lost all meaning as the cycle repeated, the loop growing tighter with each iteration. I watched myself watch myself, trapped in an endless cycle of terror. Madness gnawed at the edges of my mind, threatening to consume what little sanity I had left. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months as I withered away in this macabre prison. I lost track of who I was, the boundaries between reality and nightmare merging into an indistinguishable haze. The television became my captor, its screen a portal to my torment. In the end, it was the flickering light that consumed me. The television became a swirling vortex of darkness, a maw hungry for souls. As the room collapsed into an abyss, I felt myself being drawn in, my existence obliterated by the insatiable hunger of the screen. And now I am but a whisper in the static, a lost soul forever trapped within the confines of the television. I am a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk in the darkest corners of the night. So beware, dear viewer, for the next time you find yourself watching TV alone at night. Remember my story, and pray that you never become entangled in the nightmare that claimed my soul.